Hello there, good morning to you. This is Kakaaki Social. I'm Onoshiorena, Obozeghie. Welcome to Midweek. Now, Justice Binta Nyako will no longer be in charge of the trial of Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB. This is because she pulled out in honor of Kanu's request that he would prefer another judge as he has lost confidence in her for disobeying Supreme Court orders on his release. Now, his counsel, Aloy Ejimako, was making efforts to persuade the court to suspend the trial, citing Kanu's lack of preparation for his defense when Kanu unexpectedly interrupted.
And in 9 charges leveled against me, this place where I committed this crime was London in the United Kingdom.
Yes.
When my lawyers came to see me, I had a discussion with them about how I'm going to defend myself. I told them that no court in Nigeria has jurisdiction to try me. Because since this offense was committed in England, so they said. It's only a UK court that can give a Nigerian court the authority to proceed, isn't it?
Yeah, based on that, they removed London.
Based on that, they now amended the charge again and removed London.
Location of the broadcast.
Location of the broadcast. Contrary to section 196?
174 of the Terrorism Prevention Act 2022.
In violation of their own laws. In violation of their own laws. And you want me to stand trial under such circumstances? Is that possible?
All right, let's take you to the social media space and see how you react into this. On X, Izuchu says, Binta Nyako knows that there is no case against Nnamdi Kanu. She's tired of being used to detain him. How can a government that frees Boko Haram terrorists and even empower them financially on the basis of repentance keep this man? They have no evidence against him. Also, in reaction to this is another user of X, Kelechi, who says it's not her fault. She doesn't have the power to release Nnamdi Kanu. He says the power that wants Nnamdi Kanu to remain locked is bigger than Justice Binta. And then for Michael, he says this matter will be assigned to a new trial judge. Then trial will commence de novo. He says all the time spent in Justice Nyako's court have been wasted. For how long is he and his legal team willing to play this game? Well, if we continue that video that we saw, he actually said that he doesn't mind. He already did 4 years, and he feels very okay for the case to be reassigned and be reevaluated, studied by the new judge that he is expecting. Now, do you remember Ruth Ogunleye? That's the female soldier private who in January 2024 accused a senior officer and other officials of sexual harassment in the army. Well, this is Ruth, in case you missed it. She's been discharged. If you prefer sack, she's been sacked by the army. At a press conference in Abuja on Tuesday, we are told that investigations into the matter show that Ruth is mentally unstable.
The investigation concluded that Colonel I.B. Abdul Karim did not commit the offense of sexual harassment as alleged by ex-Private Ruth Ogunleye. The Nigerian Army referred ex-Private Ruth Ogunleye for medical evaluation at the National Hospital in Abuja, following earlier assessments made by the Nigerian Army Medical Corps that suggested potential mental health concerns.
Okay, so it says that all that she said were just claims because she's mad. That's why she did what she did and said all that she said. Now, Royalty, in reaction to that, says, I knew this would be the outcome at headquarters of Nigerian Army. He says they tormented her at all costs, frustrated her, and now they've discharged her. How can you withhold someone's pay because she refused to allow you rape her, and then you moved to forcefully take her to a psychiatrist, claiming she's mentally sick, as if an adult does not know if she's been abused? Also, in reaction to that, Sadiq says if there were no evidence, she could have simply remained silent about it. But who knows? Maybe she was actually used to frame the colonel, and he says, and it backfired for some reason. However, since she is a junior officer in this situation, people who judge based on their emotions will likely believe she is not at fault. Another thought on this one is coming from Uche, who says Ruth's case is not an isolated incident. It highlights a broader culture within the military that silences victims rather than addressing their grievances. Instead of supporting her, the leadership chose to discharge her, sending a clear message. Speaking out against harassment will lead to punishment. This is not just an attack on one individual. It is an affront to all who serve in silence. So I was looking to bring you Ruth's video January 9. That was when she came out this year on TikTok. But I saw the video, but I noticed that she has already reacted to the news conference of yesterday, and then she tried to sum up what she said in January. So I brought it to you and her demand after the news conference. So let's listen to her.
January 9, 2024, I came on social media to complain on how I was harassed by Colonel I.B. Abdulkarim, General I.B. Sholebo, Colonel G.S. Ogo, how I was raped, how I was injected with Kakaaki injection, how I was put inside casket, how Colonel I.B. Abdulkarim pointed gun at me, how Colonel I.B. Abdulkarim handcuffed me and kept me inside his office for some days. I also want to beg the Nigerian Army to post the outcome of the investigation on all social media platforms so that the whole wide world will know what really transpired between myself and Abdulkarim and what led to my discharge.
Okay, so that's her demand right there, and I guess that's all that she said brought you up to speed in case you are meeting the case for the first time. But we leave Ruth to go to more stories. Cross-dresser Bobrisky has again been invited by the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, to explain how he claims to have bought part of his freedom from the anti-graft agency with 15 million naira bribery. He, Abishim, was arrested earlier this year and was charged with money laundering and naira abuse. The naira or the money laundering charge would later be dropped, while he would do 6 months in prison for naira abuse. So the claim in the viral audio clip is that the case was dropped because he paid EFCC 15 million naira. So he's expected at the Lagos Directorate for immediate investigation alongside Very Dark Man, who made the audio of the clip viral on social media on Tuesday. Well, the recorded voice call, said to be between Bobrisky and someone else, maybe a friend, also argues that Bobrisky never spent a night in prison, but an apartment by the facility, made possible by human rights lawyer Falz and his senior advocate of Nigeria father, Femi Falana. We have the footages of this. Let's go for that. Very Dark Man is just there. Yeah, so Falz and the father, and then let's listen to the video. Audio now video, multimedia that is now going viral on the space of social media. Yes, just next there is the visual. Absolutely.
Thank you very much. So I will start by playing the call. As you can see, it is a call. Listen.
We have to beg them that, okay, if they want to remove the money laundering, how much would they collect? And so we should go and bring 15 million that they will remove the money laundering. I now called a few of my friends. So the money share complete 15 million I paid. They now remove money laundering. They now took me to court for spraying of money. Sadly, the court sentenced me. So, I was on my way to the prison. Then my godfather called me and said, "You will not enter that prison, don't worry. Let me make arrangements for an apartment close to the prison. It's going to call the controller that's overall in Nigeria and Abuja, and I'm talk to them. They shall talk before I come back. They now took me to one apartment that I must not come out till I finish my sentence."
Well, Bobrisky has reacted to this morning, and he says he has no knowledge of what you're talking about in an Instagram post. So the allegations that you heard in the audio are what they've been invited for, to help an already constituted team of investigators. It was so swift for the EFCC yesterday. So Big Step says Femi Falana, senior advocate of Nigeria, advised his client to beg for pardon, and that's a problem. Those of you hailing, or I think willing and enabling this VDM, hailing and enabling this VDM guy, I just don't get it, Sha. In another reaction, Olayinka says, third investigation he will order in the last 3 months. So the he here is referring to EFCC boss. And he says, what happened to the 2 previous investigations he ordered? Besides, this allegation was made against EFCC. Let another agency investigate it. Final thought, that was it. And then we'll now move to our final story for the day, which is of the chairman and the chief executive officer of Dangote Group, Aliko Dangote. Well, for him, it is time for the federal government to end fuel subsidy. His reason in a 26-minute interview with Bloomberg television in New York is that the government would continue to pay what they are not supposed to if it persists.
The government to take away the subsidies for your refinery to be viable?
Well, you see, we have a choice of either when we produce, we export, and when we produce, we sell locally. But we're a private company. And yes, it's true, we have to make a profit. We build something worth $20 billion, so definitely we have to make money. The removal of subsidy is totally dependent on the government, not on us. We cannot change, price. But I think, the government will have to, give up something for something, So I think at the end of the day, the subsidy will have to go.
The subsidy has to go. But we thought, as netizens are saying here, that subsidy is gone and it's been long gone. Well, for Araba, he says that so that he can benefit maximally. And he says selfishness is a quality of being concerned primarily with one's own interests, needs and desires, often at the expense of others. More reactions. Chuk says, coming from someone who can't tell us how much he's selling his fuel or how much he will sell if the subsidy is removed. But final thoughts on this one would be from Akpabio. Well, maybe not the one that rings in your head. He says the government is claiming the stopped paying subsidy. Those who know they're still paying and speaking out. Ordinary Nigerians are just pawns in the hands of these influentials. Well, let's see how all of this development would turn out, but certainly that's how we call it a day-to-day on Kakaaki Social. Thank you as always for being a part of it. I will see you again tomorrow. I'm Rena Obio.